Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. And welcome back to Ho. Welcome the not Ho, back to Ho. Hey everybody, we took a week off. Did you miss it? Did you miss me? I'll tell you what a long week without you. And what I needed it. I had to take it. It wasn't really I had everything ready last week to start a new week, a new herb. We're doing our 33rd herb, turmeric. Yeah, and even the manifest more topic that we'll be doing on Wednesday is manifest more persistence. I was like, are you kidding me? This is the week where I have to impromptu take a week off. You know, it just didn't seem right. Especially with turmeric. Turmeric was keep going. Don't quit. But I was turmeric, do you want to take these kids to their dentist appointments? So yeah, we had a little emergency dental thing on the one day and orthodontist on the next. And I just thought, you know what? Instead of me trying to juggle too many balls at once, how about I just take a week off? And it really worked out for me because I did other stuff, So my other stuff mainly is narrating the book, A Course in Miracles. So let me just update you. You guys know that I did last year the 365 lessons that go with A Course in Miracles. And then I thought I was good. I was like, oh, okay, thank you very much. I'll see you later, A Course in Miracles. That was nice. I'll see you again, never. Well, then as I went on, I realized that maybe I would benefit from doing the lessons again. So I've been telling everybody, okay, 2021, we're going to do the Course in Miracles lessons again, or if you want to join me for the first time, or if you did them 100 years ago and you want to do it with me again, somehow we're going to either just simultaneously be doing it, or we'll figure out something fun to do. And so anyways, I've had that in my mind. Well then, you know how spirit works, sort of whispered in my ear, you have time, you should read the book first, and then do the lessons. And it might be a whole new perspective if you read the book first. And I was like, you're right. I should read the book. So I figure out how many pages there are and how many days are left in 2020. And I'm like, all right, Sadie, if you read 7 or 8 pages a day, you could actually read this book before the end of the year. And good for you, honey, you read a big book. And then we'll just start into the lessons. Well, so I start the first night reading silently to myself, and I'm just dozing. My head is bobbing. It's just not working for me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm just going to fall asleep every single time because that's what I do. So then spirit, they got the best ideas. They were like, we got to read it out loud. And I was like, yeah, that would help, and then bam, just like that. They were I just downloaded right into me to read it out loud, and share it. Of course, share it, right? So that doesn't surprise me because there's very little that I do and not share it with you. Very little. As I'm learning about this, I'm sharing it before I even get done learning it. As I learn, I'm teaching. As I teach, I learn. I do that at Herbal Marie a lot. I do that here. I do that on my YouTube channel. I guess I just do that. So it makes sense to just read it and then publish it. And I'm pretty sure I'm allowed because like everybody reads this book. I think. So anyways, you can find these one either on my old exploratory podcast called Sadecast, and I just did some random things. And I did the 64 Days of Peace and Nonviolence on Sadecast, SADECASTE, Sadecast, like a podcast, but Sadecast. And that's kind of cool because today is the International Day of Peace. So it's fun to think about how I have been peace-oriented for a real long time. So I'm recording it on there. Then I'm using those individual recordings to make like a massive chapter recording. And then I'm uploading the chapters on my YouTube channel. And then I also made a BitChute. Did you ever hear that? I'm also uploading it on them as well. So anyways, that's what so this week I did a lot. I did the first 5 chapters last week, and then yesterday I did chapter 5. So, moral of the story, I'm moving at a much faster pace, doing it out loud and knowing that I'll be sharing it with others. I feel more committed. I'm going to get this book read by the end of October at this rate. If I keep this pace, I will just basically fly through the Course in Miracles text. And then as far as doing the lessons next year, I kind of thought maybe it might be an interesting idea to have some type of a live stream in the afternoon, like a little study group live stream on my YouTube channel. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. Anyways, enough about that. Enough about me. Let's talk about number 33. It's our 33rd herb of the week, turmeric. So I already have like all the cards piled up here because I was ready to hang out with you last week. There is 4 turmeric cards that I could find in my decks. Yeah, I mean, I have it all. So really, it was a last minute decision last week, but sometimes you just have to like be like, oh my God, this would just be so much easier if I just take a break. And that's what I did. And I mean, I can't say I'm coming back really any refreshed or more refreshed because I did a lot of talking. Yesterday we picked apples at my mom's house. I mean, I hardly picked any, but what I did do last night was cut and peel them and cut them for freaking hours. Like, do you guys ever work with apples? Do they turn your hands brown? Like, my skin is stained this orangey brown. My nails are destroyed. I cut myself on the apple peeler. Like, it just was like, I don't want any more. Do you know what I mean? Even though I know by the end of the week, my mom, who took just as many, right? She always does this. She thinks she wants a lot of them, and then like within the week, she's like, do you by chance want any more apples? Like, you know, she gives up on them. and then I have to take them and like do a second haul, which is fine because, you know, applesauce. All right, so you could probably put some turmeric in applesauce. I'll tell you one just random thing before we get into these 4 massive cards. 4 beautiful cards, but definitely massive. They're each going to have a lot to say. The one thing that I do with turmeric often, besides golden milk, okay, because I'm sure you've heard of golden milk. If not, we'll talk about it today, absolutely. The one thing that I like to do with turmeric that's a little bit weirder is I like to slice up a banana, like not too ripe of a banana, still a little firm but good, you know, the perfect banana. I dice it up, and then I like to put on turmeric powder along with maybe a little cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom. Like, I do a little sprinkle of all these powders on top of it, and then I drizzle it heavily with honey, and it's freaking good. So that's one way I get turmeric in, besides curry and besides golden milk. But I love golden milk, so, and I know at least one of these guidebooks are going to talk about it. So just hold on. If you don't know what it is, hold on. We'll get to it. And we'll get to turmeric. We've got a card about persistence. We've got a card that says radiate. We have another turmeric card that says diversity. That's from the Witch's Kitchen. That should be interesting. And it has a real life picture of turmeric flowers, and they are incredible. Oh my God, they're beautiful. They're like hot pinky fuchsia, but then like with some lighter shades too. They're gorgeous. Oh my goodness. You wouldn't know it from the orange root. You think like, I don't know, it'd have like an orangey flower or something, but nope, they're pretty, pretty. And then we have our final fourth card. Of course, I don't know what order we're going to do these in yet. The 8 of Earth. And we get this one all the time on Tarot Tuesday. It's they're dyeing the old dingy fabrics and clothes in the turmeric, and there's the clothesline outside with the yellow dress and handkerchiefs and scarves. So we get this one all the time. But yeah, so 8 of Earth, diversity, radiate, and persistence. And we'll see what else turmeric has to teach us. And we'll get some affirmations and all of that. All right, well, I'm going to drink down my tea while it's still warm. See what my friend texted me over there. So get comfy, get something to drink. We're going to really just hang out with our persistent herb of the week, turmeric. Or turmeric. I mean, okay, turmeric. All right, so let's start with this one that has the real flower on it. Like the other one has an illustrated flower, but this one is so cool to see, like the actual foliage and the actual, I mean, yeah, they just have some growing in a pot. So if you ever get a piece of fresh turmeric, which I never have, I've never seen it anywhere. Like we have ginger root in the stores, you know. Yeah, oh my gosh, turmeric. So anyways, sorry, my friend's distracting me. She wants comfrey start. So if I start saying comfrey, it's because she's texting me about comfrey this morning. So anywho's, turmeric, let's find it. This is the Witch's Kitchen Oracle cards. And this is a great deck. So anyways, it's like a real life kitchen scene. And, maybe because there's sliced up turmeric powder. It looks like turmeric gelatin. Like they use like a Jell-O and made like little gelatin things. Oh, there's a little dish of rice, yellow rice. You can put turmeric in your rice, just a little bit with some black pepper. Make your rice pretty and yellow. There's a bottle with turmeric root and some type of either oil or vinegar. I don't know. They don't always explain everything in the guidebook, but we'll check it out and see what they've got going on. And then there's also, there's just like an illustration. They really put a lot in this picture. And there's like a frog and a salamander and a black cat and a rat and a bat, you know, and a crow. There's always, those things are always in the kitchen too, of course. But it's an awesome picture. The deck itself is just fantastic. All right, so here's turmeric's message for us. And it's about diversity. Routines old and very stale, mundane tasks lead you to fail. Mix me in to welcome change. Diversity reveals new range. This magic is worked with harm to none. So mote it be. There, it is done. So this is cool. It's talking about like our old routine, our mundane tasks, and it's saying routine is old and very stale. Don't we know it? Mundane tasks lead you to fail. All right. Mix me in to welcome change. Diversity reveals a new range. So yeah, like whenever you're ready for something new in your life, you're tired of just like the eight of earth is kind of laughing like, oh, you tired of washing those dingy whites? Well, let's turn them yellow and orange. Right? And really, that is a good idea, because I help clean an office once a week, and the rags are like just so dingy, and I often think we should dye these. You know what I mean? And so it seems more fun while we're wiping off desks and shelves and sinks and counters and everything. Orange, or I always think purple, but turmeric's like, let's just keep it themed here, Sadie. Let's do yellow and orange. But anyways, turmeric's guidance says, I'm here to make a difference in your pantry, for a little diversity is needed to shake things up. Old routines have become stale, and your magic is a little worn. It's time to add variation to the mundane and take a leaf out of my book. My powers go beyond the ordinary, for my strong anti-inflammatory properties are used to treat a variety of ailments. From increasing antioxidant capacity to fighting free radical damage, I help boost the immune system, protect the heart, and have even been known to lift your mood. I add an element of deliciousness to food, particularly curry, when you stir in my yellow powder, and I also contribute to healthy digestion. My magical power can be utilized to remove black magic. Curses will lift when you use my black powder, which is not for consumption. Opportunities for change arise as I remind you that variety really is the spice of life. Okay, hold up. What? Excuse me? Black powder? Wait, what? I was like reading along and then realizing I wasn't sure what I was reading. So we eat the yellow powder, but apparently there's a way to get turmeric black powder, or maybe make it black, but that's not really for consumption. That would just be for spell work. Anyways, something to look into if you're called to it, but definitely including turmeric in your diet is so important. Now, just from my own personal experience, I've always found that, like, you know, to get a medicinal dose of turmeric, you got to eat a lot. And so I take capsules every once in a while. I will just from Walmart, just freaking Walmart, you guys. Turmeric, and I think it has black pepper in it. And so sometimes if I really feel like today with my hands feeling like almost arthritic from working with all those apples, this would be a great week for me to take a couple of my turmeric capsules with my meal. Great week for eating that banana that I told you about. Great week to have golden milk for something warm to drink. And then just try to get the turmeric in my rice and my curry. And, you know, anything else I can sort of think a little sprinkle here, a little sprinkle there. Now, you can definitely overdo the flavor of turmeric. And I did that, like, not the last time, but the time before when I made golden milk. I was like, the more the better, right? No, honey, you know better. There is a point where I was like, this is almost too strong to drink. I still drank it, but I was like, if this was somebody's first introduction to golden milk, they would never drink it again, because I had just gotten a little too heavy. I just shook in like 3 extra shakes, and that was too much, you know. So start off with a little bit, because it's better to get a little bit in you than try to overdo it and then get turned off, you know. But look, I'm pretty sure I'm looking at a bowl full of Jell-O. So if you were going to make like a very sweet gelatin or something like that, you can shake a little turmeric in it. I almost forgot about this. One time I made frosting for a cake and I wanted to give it a little bit of a yellow color, and I put a little turmeric in it, and you could detect it a little bit, but with all that sugar and all that, it was hardly, like, it wasn't a big deal. Like, the kids were like, I can taste turmeric, and I was like, well, then don't eat it. Of course, everyone still ate the cake. But anyways, there's a lot of different ways you could maybe get it in you, especially because it's like good for digestion and fighting like free radical damage, boosting the immune system. It's antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. Yeah, turmeric. See what you can do. And if you feel like you need more, then I would say get yourself some capsules or something like that. All right, so here's a recipe called golden smoothie. A golden smoothie. And now this would be really great for acid reflux or hypothyroidism. And all you need to do is put like 3 teaspoons of turmeric into your blender, which is a lot. So, I'm just saying. I'll just read the recipe and you can always decide for yourself. Put the following into your blender: 3 teaspoons of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of ginger powder, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, 2 organic bananas, 10 fresh basil leaves, 2 tablespoons of aloe vera gel, and 2 cups of milk, your choice. Okay, that got weird pretty quick, didn't it? You mix it up and taste it, add honey for sweetening, refrigerate, and drink first thing in the morning. Okay, what just happened here? In the blender, you put turmeric, ginger powder, cinnamon powder. Okay, that I wasn't in it till then. 2 bananas. I was like, okay, sounds like a smoothie. 10 fresh basil leaves. That got my attention because I'm like, what? I never thought of doing that. And then 2 tablespoons of aloe vera gel, and then 2 cups of milk. So I guess it's not too super weird, but a little different. And it would be for acid reflux or overactive. No, that's underactive. Hypo is underactive thyroid. But yeah, that would be good. That would get your digestion moving. And you refrigerate it and you drink it first thing in the morning. That's what it says. All right, so anyways, turmeric is known as the golden spice. Turmeric's uses date back to the Vedic culture in India. Hindus honor turmeric as auspicious and sacred. Marco Polo spoke of the medicinal uses of this sacred soil used in China. Buddhist robes are dyed with turmeric for festivals and ceremonies. So it's like been around freaking forever, and it's awesome. And we'll talk more about drinking warm golden milk, but this Witch's Kitchen had a recipe for a golden smoothie, which was also super interesting. See, it didn't say anything about, it didn't explain the other stuff in the picture. That's my only critical comment about this deck, is there's a lot of things in the photos and the pictures that like we could have chatted about that. Like, I would have loved to hear about like how to actually grow that shit. How to use the fresh root, and is that gelatin or am I just making stuff up? All right, you guys. Nonetheless, there's a ton of stuff you can do with turmeric. All right, turmeric or turmeric, right? Our first affirmation is going to be, I welcome change. So maybe I'll start saying turmeric, turmeric, turmeric. Wait, how do I even say it? Turmeric. Turmeric. That's another way. I knew there was like 3 ways I've heard people say it. Turmeric, turmeric, or turmeric. Turmeric. I'm sure there's even more ways. Anyways, you can say it however the fuck you want. Just get it in ya. Eat it. Eat it. Love it. Maybe there's some other stuff you can do with it too. Who knows? I think I brushed my teeth with it one time. It is supposed to whiten your teeth, but it is awful. It was awful. it was straight up awfulness to brush your teeth with turmeric powder. So I only did that once. Like, I was like, I don't care. I don't care if my teeth aren't white. All right, so that's our card about diversity. And I love it so much. Let's see here. Let's go down to the 8 of Earth. Let's go down to the 8 of Earth. Although we do get this one a lot. So if you're a regular listener, thanks for coming back and thanks for hanging out, and sorry that you have to hear this again. We get this one literally all the time on Tarot Tuesday. Because it's so important for us. The 8 of Earth reminds us to let our tasks be an embodied prayer. So like everything we do, we're like present, we're here. It's an embodied prayer, everything we do. Turmeric also reminds us on the regular to do the work and teach what you know. So do the work and teach what you know. And that makes me happy to hear that again, because that's what I did last week. And when I told Turmeric it had to wait a week, I actually was doing exactly what it wanted me to do, doing the work, my Course in Miracles work, becoming more miracle-minded, letting go more and more and more of my ego. Understanding that, if I want to hear the voice of spirit and God, goddess, all that is, source energy, whatever you want to call it, if I want to hear that voice in my life, then I have to realize that I can only listen to one voice at a time. And do I want to listen to my higher guidance, or do I want to listen to my lower ego mind? So anyways, I was doing the work, my personal work, on my spiritual journey, because the more I let go of my ego and the more that I line up with the divine will, the happier I am, the more joyful I am, the more loving I am, the less of a fucking bitch I am. So I did the work, and without realizing it, I did exactly what Turmeric wants me to do, which is teach what you know. So it just really worked out that I decided to record it. And granted, I've uploaded the first 5 chapters to my YouTube channel and nobody gives a shit. Nobody is into it at all. That's on my channel, and that's okay, because it's a little bit ahead of everyone's time. And I know within the next couple of years, a lot more people are gonna be like me. You hear about the Course in Miracles and you're like, okay, fine, whatever. And then a week later, somebody else mentions it, and then you see it over there and you see it over here. And after a few months, it's like, all right, what is this? Why should I do it? And then you just, sign up for it, which is nothing more than, you can do it for free. It's a free thing. All you got to do, if you want to do it, is find somebody that's offering the lessons, or you download an app, or you buy the book. And the lessons are in the book. Personally, I really enjoyed doing it along with Tina Louise Spalding. And I have a playlist of her videos on my YouTube channel. I promote her wholeheartedly. So anyways, and I review in lots of other ways with the app. But anyways, my point is, I was having a turmeric week. And I am going to continue living a turmeric life. So when we look here on the picture, we see the fresh turmeric on the cutting board. That's true of both cards that we just are talking about. Both cards have a wooden cutting board and fresh turmeric. Now, in this kitchen, though, there's a old white dress that's in a big old stainless steel pot. And it's being lifted out of the warm water that has been mixed with the bright orange powder made from the dried root. So old t-shirts, dresses, and linens, there's another basket. They're just waiting for their turn in the dye bath. There's some other tools on the counter. And then outside on the clothesline are the freshly dyed garments. They're drying in the sun. So whatever you get turmeric on, like fabric or the counter or this, like, it will stain, which is why I was like, what do you mean? How could you brush your teeth with this stuff? But it actually, it was good for your teeth if you could stand the disgusting texture of it, like the powdery, ugh. But anyways, it will color fabric, absolutely. Now, the 8 of Earth wants to tell us this: dedication leads to mastery. Dedication leads to mastery. Is your commitment strong enough? So turmeric wants us to put in the time to hone your skills. The longer fabric soaks in the dye bath, the more vibrant and lasting the color. So I'll just keep on using this Course in Miracles. My mom's saying, did you do up all your apples? Everybody's texting me, like, good Lord. And then my friend is going to visit this afternoon to get some comfrey. Okay, like the Course in Miracles, I did the lessons 1 year. If I would do those lessons for 10 years, there would be a huge difference in what I would reap from it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, if you exercise for 3 weeks, good job, honey. Okay, good job. But if you keep going for 3 months, it's going to get you more results. If you exercise every day for 3 years, right, you're going to look like you have mastered the squat, right? If you put in the time, it leads to mastery and honing your skills. So if you knit 1 scarf, good job, you did it. But if you keep on knitting for months and months and months, your skills are going to get better. Your 15th scarf is going to look way more fabulous than your first one. It's just, the way it is. You get good at what you practice. So hard work may sometimes take its toll. It can feel isolating and frustrating. Turmeric says, do it anyways. Do it anyways. Okay? Like, if this is your path, so say like you like to work out, you can't find anyone to even lift a finger, let alone do a push-up, let alone go for a jog every day. Hey, you're just going to have to go at it alone and do it anyways, right? And so that goes with anything. Turmeric's like, do it anyways. Even if you get a little frustrated or, isolated, if that's what you want to do, go for it. Turmeric stabilizes the body, increases vitality and strength. So it's good for your body. Remember to care for yourself at the root. If you are struggling with diminished self-worth, teach your craft to others. Look for ways to engage the community in your projects. So yeah, we get this all the time, probably because, it's just something that we need to be reminded of constantly. Self-worth is obviously something that a lot of us struggle with. Even me to this day, like, even though I constantly do so much work to try to get myself feeling good, even this week I attracted a jerk on my YouTube page, and I had to realize that her cutting me down was just a reflection and an indication that I still have self-worth work to do. Turmeric medicine survives because it has been passed down through the generations. So make sure you're teaching your crafts, teaching your knowledge. If you start drinking golden milk or golden smoothies or putting turmeric on your bananas, just share that information and share the other things that you know. That's how we keep information alive, because we pass it down through the generations. And Turmeric wants to finish by saying, trust the value of keeping time-honored traditions alive. Now, some ways to craft with the 8 of Earth is enjoy warm golden milk. So if you've been waiting because you're the only person on the planet who doesn't know what golden milk is. No, you're not. There's a bunch of you. It's made from milk and honey and turmeric, and they say ginger. So yeah, there's usually ginger in it. I sometimes participate in the ginger. I sometimes not. And I always personally put in a little black pepper because the black pepper helps the body absorb the turmeric. So all you do, basically, they don't have the directions here, so I'll just tell you how I do it. But if you look on Pinterest, you will find other directions. Personally, I put a little water in a pan and then put my turmeric in the water to kind of get it, I don't know, dissolved and warmed, like give it a minute just in a little bit of water. That would also be when you could add your spices or other spices if you want, or a little fresh ginger root, I don't know, whatever the hell you want to put in it. And then I'll add my milk and honey, and you just heat it up ever so gently. That's how I do it anyways. Now, for a while, I remember really feeling like I wanted to make a whole little container of paste, and so I would just cook down, when I was really drinking golden milk, I would put a half a cup of turmeric powder in the pan with water and make a paste. And so then I would just put a spoonful of the paste in my mug and get on with my day. I was really drinking it a lot then. I might get back to that because I'm really feeling tempted by coffee. I quit coffee. Coffee and I broke up pretty much, except for the decaf I had Friday night. And before that, I did have a half a cup of coffee at a restaurant. I took my daughter out for pancakes, and I did have a little coffee. And then I literally drove home as quick as I could to go poop. So, yeah, coffee and I are pretty much done for now. But, I'm feeling weak. I might let them back in my life to give me a reason to get up in the morning. But so maybe this would be a good time for golden milk, for turmeric to kind of slip in that empty spot in my heart and kind of be with me while the weather is changing. So yeah, golden milk, lots of directions on Pinterest and books, and you can make it however you want. I put a ton of honey. I like a lot of honey in mine. Turmeric. Ginger's good sometimes for me, and always black pepper, just a little bit. And you can use any milk. You can make it with almond milk. You could use cow's milk, whatever you want. Okay, two other ways though to craft with the 8 of Earth is maybe you would like to do some fabric dyeing in some way. And today, being the International Day of Peace, of World Peace, maybe make a turmeric dyed prayer flag as an expression of joy. So it might be a fun day to get a little messy in the kitchen for just fun, for just maybe like this morning. Every morning I narrate or read Daniel Scranton's channeling of the Arcturian 9D Council, and this morning they were talking about the rituals that we do, and basically if we say it's important, it's important, so if you want to do something and make a peace flag, today would be a beautiful day to do that, just to add your energy into the collective focus of world peace and international peace and inner peace and all kinds of peace. So yeah, maybe a little turmeric ritual every single time you make golden milk. You could attach a ritualistic intention that with this cup of golden milk, I allow peace to flow through me and out into the world. And so like things like that, we can become like have our own little rituals all the time within ourselves that add to the goodness of the world. And so like every time you start to drink your golden milk, you think about peace and you think about love, and you say a little prayer. I don't know, just something to think about. Last suggestion for crafting with the aid of earth is host a turmeric dyeing party. Gather community and teach them what you have learned. So, why make a mess in your kitchen by yourself when you can make a mess in your kitchen with your entire community? Or like maybe like at ladies' night, or just like have the kids help you, or maybe your sisters or relatives or cousins, or I don't know, just invite somebody new into your life, right? Our first card with turmeric was diversity, right? Don't get trapped in the mundane. Don't get even trapped in only hanging out with just the one friend. Like invite some new energy into your life and into your herbal kitchen. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a cricket in my basement. Dude, I don't know if the microphone's gonna pick it up, but he is like literally not stopped 4 days. I wish I could find him so I could get him the hell out of my house. All right, so let's move on to our next card, which is from the Magical Herb Oracle by Sherilyn Darcy. And this is number 32. I would have been so cool if this was the same number as, this is the 33rd herb that we've done here at Ho. And then you can find all these herbs and index of the herbal podcast on my blog, herboracle.blogspot.com, and also on the herbalmarie.blogspot.com. I keep a running index, which I should make sure I have updated and everything. Note to self. But anyway, so if you ever just felt like you needed to go back and hang out with a specific herb, I have those pretty accessible on both my blogs. I think I probably link to the Patreon page. I think that's how I do it. But then that post will have a link to a podcast, the podcast link somewhere. But I link to the Patreon page because that's where you can download and print the affirmations to put on your fridge, which I'm excited to do that because I haven't had any affirmations on my fridge for a whole week. And I love turmeric so far. All right, so turmeric, radiate. That's what I always think this is such a cool word for turmeric, radiate. So there's this like light beams and a sun behind the plant. And the way she drew this, it's really cool because you can see how like the root in this picture anyways, it looks like it grows horizontal, like actually maybe like a shallow root system, but it's like it grows horizontal, like right under the soil maybe. That's what's kind of being depicted in this picture. And it's got a really cool drawing of the turmeric flower bud. Maybe it's just starting to bloom. Very cool, you guys. So here's the oracle meaning from this card. Radiate. While a conflict is indicated, there is the chance to step up and overcome challenges. The truth is about to come out, and you need to make sure you are on the right side of it. Keeping a positive attitude during any setback or delay is also incredibly important at the moment. There seem to be opposing views or goals, and careful, though strong, negotiation will need to be undertaken to navigate a way forward. An improvement in health and happiness is shown, Be careful not to give in to the pressures that could cause additional stress, because there are better times and greater opportunities on the way. So it comes in with a couple good reminders for everybody, whether you're having a conflict in your life or not. There's always a way and a chance to overcome challenges and step up maybe into a different role, right? And step up and be the peacekeeper, right? So make sure that kind of you're settled in strong into having a positive attitude. And yeah, it's like, you know what? It's like we can love everybody and be peaceful with everybody, even within this diversity and differing opinions, right? So we really, I know it says here to like make sure you're on the right side of it, of the, you know what I mean? And I get that. Make sure you're doing the right thing. But again and again, we keep on getting the message for us to really back away and let go of our ego's need to be right, right? Our ego is the thing in our mind that wants to fight and be right and, you know, control everything and everyone and just feel so fucking entitled. And like the more we can step away from that and get into our heart space and be that loving, radiating light, a lighthouse, just radiating light and love to everyone and everything. Like think about the sun in the sky. The sun does not judge, it shines on everyone, right? It's not like, oh no, you didn't finish your morning chores, you know, like no sunshine for you. No, it just gives. It gives and it shines. And whether a plant is a turmeric plant or some type of weed that we don't want, like the sun is just giving to everyone. The good plants and the bad plants. Everybody gets sunshine. Everybody has the same opportunity to absorb as much light as they want. So anyways, it's a good positive card that's saying, hey, your health, your happiness, everything's improving, answers are coming, solutions are coming, overcoming challenges is going to get so easy, and better opportunities, better times, greater things are on the way. So keep on radiating out your positive energy, and then more positive things will be attracted and drawn onto you. So let's get a little na 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 na. Turmeric grows to about 3.3 feet in height. That's like a meter. And it is actually native to India. And the leaves rise from the rhizome. They're dark green and very large elongated ovals that curl at the edges. The flowers form on a stalk that grows within the leaves. They are tiny red-yellow blossoms that grow in a circular formation along a cylindrical spike. Doing good, Sade. All right, so it's a cool plant. It is super cool. And now magically, that's magic with a K, magical correspondences. So you could use turmeric in your magic for fertility, confidence, strength, protection, health, passion, trust, and freedom. So there's a lot of good things we can associate the energy of this plant with. The deities that look over this plant are Brigid, Mars, Pele, Ra, and Amaratasu. I know what they mean, but I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hestia, Logi, and Agni. The planet is Mars and the Sun. The signs are Leo and Sagittarius. and the element is fire. All right, so it has a spell called the Turmeric Radiate spell. Turmeric can be used in spells and ritual work to inspire trust. It is a very effective spell and hex breaker, and is also of value in love and sex spells to increase passion and desire. The leaves are used in Hawaii in purification rituals. So basically it says, although this is a basic turmeric latte recipe, adding the ritual of capturing the sun will boost the radiation powers of the herbs within. Use it to boost your own plans. So that's exactly what we were talking about. Like, yeah, you can just make turmeric milk or your turmeric latte and guzzle it down unconsciously, right? Or you can use basically everything you do. Like turmeric said with the 8 of earth, make everything you do be an embodied prayer. Have everything you do be filled with your intentions and your vision and your energy. Anything and everything can be turned into a spell. Your words are your spells, right? So make sure you're just doing everything as like a really conscious being. And that's the way that we can really start pumping in good vibes into the planet, right? Into the society, into our lives, into the world, into our minds, into our bodies, by just like being so mindful and conscious and doing things deliberately. So, turmeric latte. Here's what you need to gather. This says a half a cup of coconut milk. That would be yummy. A teaspoon of raw sugar. 3 teaspoons of either fresh turmeric grated, or if you don't have fresh turmeric, just do 1 teaspoon of ground turmeric. Then either a half a teaspoon of grated ginger, or only like half of that, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. A little pinch of nutmeg, and then a saucepan. So you place all of the ingredients in the saucepan and bring gently to a boil. So you got, this only says a half a cup of coconut milk, a teaspoon of the sugar, and then you got, I would say to taste, your turmeric and your ginger and your nutmeg. You just gently bring it to a boil, you remove it from the heat, and if you did use the turmeric and ginger fresh, you'll need to strain that out. As you pour it into the cup, strain out the chunks. And then you take your cup outside. So you take your golden milk outside, catching the sunlight in the cup. So go stand on your back porch steps and just look crazy like I do. And say, power of the sun, fill my brew with your heat. Let my plans and myself radiate out to what I shall meet. And you can edit that to suit you, of course. You could even just put your mug kind of an offering out and upward to the sun, and let those good vibes run in through your mug, and let the cup be infused with the solar wisdom. Power of the sun, fill my brew with your heat. Let my plans and myself radiate out to what I shall meet. And so it is. All right, yes. Radiate intentions. I radiate my intentions into everything I say and do. I shine my light. I share my love. All right, so my loves, made it to our final card. I better hurry the hell up. It's already after 11. Oh, it's just so tough to get up when it is chilly, chilly, chilly in the house. I don't know about you, but I really try to wait as long as I can before I turn on the furnace, because like September, what's up? Like just a week ago, we were trying to cool the house down. It's just ridiculous. Like now we have to heat it up. So I'm a big encourager of socks and hoodies and fleece lined sweatpants and Like, let's just try to hold out until we can. And I have to clean the vents. So really, even if I wanted to turn the heat on today, I would never allow that because there's probably like 50 pounds of dog hair getting ready to blow out. I know a couple of them. I haven't vacuumed all summer because I have to move things to get to them. And oh yeah, a little bit of cleaning. A little bit of cleaning is on the agenda soon. So anyways, persistence. That's what we're going to talk about last here with the Herbal Healing Deck by Sarah Baldwin. Persistence. Not giving up. We've kind of already talked about it, right? The 8 of Earth. Was that what it said? Who said it? Do it anyways. Who cares? Turmeric said, do it anyways. Like, yeah, you might feel isolated, whatever. Maybe it was the witch's kitchen. Do it anyways. Follow, you know what feels good. You know what you want to put out in the world. So do it anyways. I can't believe I'm not drinking golden milk right now. I'll drink some later. I'll drink some all week. We'll do it. We'll do it. All right. Albert Einstein said, never give up on what you really want to do. The person with big dreams is far more powerful than one with all the facts. Ooh, he's such a smart dude. Like, he really did know the power of imagination and creative abilities. Like, children are literally taught and indoctrinated and punished out of daydreaming. Get your head out of the clouds, pay attention, memorize these stupid facts. And we're taking their power away from them because there is so much creative potential in dreaming and allowing these big ideas to come into us. And it's like, how are we going to create a beautiful world? We need dreamers. We need people who live in another place inside their head, and Albert Einstein knew that when he said, never give up on what you really want to do. Like, if you have this dream and it don't seem logical to anybody else but you, but to you it fills you with excitement and passion, and it just sounds so fun and you would enjoy it, you need to do that. Okay, so if you can't do it today, he's saying, fine, but don't give up on it, okay? Because that is truly what you really want to do. And that's going to add to your personal empowerment. The person with big dreams is more powerful than one with all the facts. So this is native to tropical South Asia. Turmeric is widely revered in Eastern cultures and, of course, in herbal medicine. The potent root has a vast array of curative properties for various ailments, some mild, some severe. A lot of things are helped with turmeric. Things like persistent eczema, skin diseases, skin problems, persistent things like arthritis and rheumatism, even cancer can be helped. Recent studies show promise for turmeric in inhibiting cancer and tumor growth. So Mother Nature is smart and clever and powerful, and the thing is, it's like we've had the solutions all along. We create these problems and Mother Nature's like, here, and everything you need is here already to get yourself back into balance. So it helps with chronic conditions such as anemia, poor circulation, amenorrhea, and diabetes. So if that weren't enough, turmeric also boosts the digestive system. It strengthens the liver and the gallbladder, the gallbrat. Well, if you've ever had a gallbladder attack, you might call your gallbladder a brat. But anyways, it'll strengthen all of that. It will strengthen your liver. It's antioxidant. It's anti-inflammatory, it's antibacterial, it has antifungal properties. It's really hard to go wrong with this superhero herb. I would agree with that for sure, Sarah. I mean, that's why it's like, if I don't feel like I'm eating enough turmeric, I don't hesitate to treat myself to like a $7 bottle of capsules. I mean, it's super cheap, and and it helps my body so much. I should just go make some turmeric milk or a latte or a smoothie or a banana. I think all the kids ate all the bananas, which I'm happy about. But yeah, get some in ya. All right. Oh, curry. But I still haven't quite figured out how to like really make curries like they do at the Indian restaurants. You know what I mean? However, turmeric says that's why you got to practice and hone your skills. So if it's your dream to make a really delicious curry that you're just so impressed with, then you got to practice, practice, practice. Never give up. Turmeric lends its bright yellow color to many Indian and Thai recipes. This plant is the reason why the curry stains on your shirt refuse to wash out. This is a testament to turmeric's power. This yellow ally stains everything: clothing, skin, countertops, and cookware. It will even persist on glass and stainless steel for a time. And that is true, because I kept turmeric in a glass mason jar for a while, and sure enough, that inside of the mason jar was stained for quite some time. Let's see what else. It's just saying, listen, I am so tenacious, I am so persistent, I will stain glass. And that's why it makes a great dye, but that's why it makes a great teacher for us, to teach us persistence. I am persistent. Turmeric teaches us about the power of tenacity. Despite any sense of failure, self-doubt, or challenge, when you get this card, when you rub up against turmeric, it is a sign, it is a signal to hold fast to your goals, right? So never give up, right? That's why it was so ironic that I knew it was time to do turmeric, and I was like, oh my God, like I have to take a week off. But I came back, because that's what turmeric wants us to do. It wants us to keep going. It wants us to, okay, sure, you need a few days off. Take yourself whatever you need to do. But don't give up on your dreams, okay? At the beginning of 2020, Spirit and I sat down and we picked 44 herbs for 2020. And we're on 33 now, and I Googled, or whatever. I don't use Google, but I still say I Google, but I'm not fucking using Google. Anyways, I generic Googled how many weeks are left in 2020, and I think it's like, oh God, like 14 maybe or something. But anyways, I got enough time to get all my herbs done before Christmas if I stay on track at this point. And I really want to, right? So I'm going to have to be persistent, because I really love saying I'm going to do something and then doing it, like completing things. I love it. And I've done so many huge projects for myself, and it always feels so good to do it completely and in its entirety. But that does take the power of tenacity. And it's a good thing to challenge yourself regularly, to just line up with things, commit, and do it. And even if you get challenges and self-doubt, do it anyways. So persistence will conquer even the most daunting of obstacles in time. So you gotta hold fast to your goals and stay persistent. Yellow is the color of the solar plexus, the seat of your personal willpower. So if you feel like you need to boost your solar plexus chakra, like get it in alignment, get your willpower, your personal power, what another great reason to invite turmeric into your life. And as you're drinking your turmeric latte, maybe that could be your intention. I am powerful. I am persistent. I welcome change, right? I follow my dreams. Just as turmeric's stubborn stains persist, your work will leave its mark on the world, granted that you do not quit now. So that feels good to hear, because it's like, all right, Sadie, like you've done quite a bit with Herbal Marie and your YouTube channel and this and that. But if you would just like all of a sudden quit now, it's not going to leave an impression on the world quite like it would if you would just keep going a little bit longer, finish up your projects, right? Like, don't quit now. Turmeric never wants us to quit, so don't quit early. Because especially if you did have good intentions, try to finish out your projects. Turmeric is used in Ayurveda, India's ancient healing modality. It's used to boost the pitta within us. This energy is the fiery power of our digestion and metabolism, ruled by the solar plexus. Pitta helps us maintain endurance and strength and calls us into action when needed. Now is one of those times. Call upon your passion, your deep desire to light up the world in your own unique way. Also, call upon the power of the sun, as turmeric is associated with the Hindu sun god Surya. So, the Sanskrit word for turmeric is Kanchani, meaning golden goddess. Ooh, doesn't that feel so warm and wonderful? Golden goddess. This plant holds the energy of the Divine Mother, who bestows the gifts of abundance, fertility, health, and prosperity. This sacred plant is used in Hindu and Buddhist ceremonies, including traditional weddings, and is considered auspicious. Thus, even if your present circumstances do not appear especially promising, rest assured that you are cared for and nourished by the divine. When you align your will with the greater good and commit to work for the benefit of others, it is true that sometimes the going gets tough. So here we are in our herbal journeys together, really stepping into our roles in service to others, service to the all, service to the Great Spirit, service to the earth, service to source energy, right? Because that is who you are. And it's like once you step into that position or role or dedication, it really is a game changer for everything. It's not saying you don't have challenges, but just know that you will be nurtured and nourished by the divine. We may not get the instant gratification or the instant success offered by the array of less meaningful and more egotistical pursuits of our culture, right? Like, it's like, yeah, like you'd probably make more money if you I don't know, trying to picture something that would make money, quick money fast, right? The ego's like, why don't you do that? You make more money. And your heart's like, yeah, but like, this feels more in alignment with life, who I am, and that might be a slower return because we live in the ego's world, this is the ego's playground. And yeah, it's like a lot of times it's like we're so pressured to just do what ego wants to do because, then we have all this outward accomplishments to display. Like, look at my house, look at my car, look at this, look at that. But it's like, is that really fulfilling to you? Is that really like what your heart wants to do? Is that really you being spirit manifest? Anyways, it's up to you. It's a free will planet. You can do whatever the heck you want. But turmeric is just saying, might be a time in your life to welcome change and to step into a different type of manifesting. Instead of service to self, you start taking care of your brothers and sisters, service to others, service to the planet, service to God. You know, it's a whole different scene. Anyways, let's wrap it up here. Nevertheless, the Divine Mother honors your efforts, and you will be guided by invisible helping hands. So when you dedicate your life to mastery, the type of mastery that includes your heart and God's will, divine will, you will have many invisible hands helping you. Your commitment, your steadfastness, and your tenacity will earn you a much richer and deeper form of success. You need not be perfect to achieve your goals, only persistent. Do not give up on the work that your heart guides you to do. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our steadfast herb of the week, turmeric. And I'm so happy you're here with me. I welcome change. I am persistent. I love to teach my community what I know. I radiate my intentions into everything I say and do. I shine my light. I share my love. I do the work and allow my heart to guide me. I welcome change. I am persistent. I love to teach my community what I know. I radiate my intentions into everything I say and do. I shine my light. I share my love. I do the work and allow my heart to guide me. And so it is. Yes, there we go. I am glad you are here, and I'm glad that you're a teacher too, and I'm glad that you're radiating out your light and you're sharing your love. And if you've been hanging out with me this long, honey, you are like as tenacious and dedicated as I am. Like, I'm a beast, like when it comes to committing myself. Like, if I say I'm going to do something, you can pretty much bet your ass I'm going to do it. And if you've been hanging out with me, pat yourself on the back as well, because your level of commitment is also insane like mine. Good job. Good job. Keep on sharing your light. Shine in your love, whatever, man. It's the same thing. Love and joy. It was saying this in the Course in Miracles the other day. Joy and love are the same thing, it was saying. And that's where we need to be. And that's what we need to be sharing with everyone. And we might be the ones that have to teach other people how to do that, right? People have gotten so far away from love and light and joy and community and golden milk. We're going to need to be the ones to share that knowledge and information and make it accessible to people. So anyways, good job. Do your part. Keep on being persistent. And, you know, if it's positive change, then we definitely do need to welcome that. And I'm thankful that turmeric reminds us. And it'll keep reminding us. I mean, trust me, it will keep reminding us. All right, you guys, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you again tomorrow for some tarot cards, and I look forward to this sunshiny week with our beautiful herbal ally and friend, turmeric.